Listen, Halloween is 3 days away, ladies and gentlemen. And why not watch the Tier Zoo spider tier list? Because I ain't never been to a haunted house without spider webs. And I think spiders scare people more than any other creature on the planet. So let's get it.
So when the metal hit his mug, he just sunk in place. 100K Holla, chillin' Bahamas. Come home to your crib and throw in your mama.
What is good, HollaSquad? We are the latest squad on the YouTube platform. Today we're back with another reaction. And we're reacting to Tier Zoo, the spider tier list, okay? Now, I seen in one video, we were looking at bats. And he put bats under birds and insects. But they told me the insect tier list video is the next one. So we waiting on those. But they said in the meantime, why don't you do the spider tier list? Because it's Halloween. So I said, you know what? You're right. Okay, we going to do it. But before we hop into this, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. And let's get it. I'm not ready. Hold up. Did fam eat a whole fish, bruh? Ain't no way. Fam is scarfing down a whole fish. What is this?
There are many ways to come out on top in an encounter without actually drawing blood. Intimidation, superior maneuvering, and camouflage are all good options when it comes to taking on an enemy you can't defeat in a physical battle. Perhaps one of the most underrated methods is creeping your opponent out. A good rush of fear can cause a target to freeze, to run away, or to lash out with a predictable and punishable move. A lot of builds have had the reputation of being spooky or creepy. Top contenders include bats, snakes, centipedes, cockroaches, scarabs, scorpions, rats, owls, ravens, toads, and many more.
What is that?
But today I want to talk in depth about the #1 creepiest build in the game. A build so diverse, successful, and powerful that it's the most common phobia of all time.
Come on! I told y'all, bruh. I can't make this up. What's number 2? Fear of snakes is number 2. 48% of women have arachnophobia. That's crazy, all right? That's crazy.
The spider. The spider's creepiness factor is integral to its game plan because it helps mitigate the serious weaknesses that can come with playing the lowest weight class. Any build with a significant size advantage can one-hit a spider, but not if they're irrationally frozen in fear. This, combined with their various excellent hunting techniques, make the spider one of the best lightweight rogue classes available. Since spiders employ such a wide variety of hunting strats, today I want to go over the tier list of the spiders. There's not all that much different between each spider except for a few things: their venom, their mobility, and most importantly, how they use their unique ability, spinnerets.
Oh,
There's a lot of spiders I like to cover in this video, so it's going to be a bit of rapid fire. So, in bottom tier, we've got 2 spiders that I'm betting most of you would have guessed would be close to the top. First is the brown recluse. A spider notorious for its ability to cause its victims' flesh to rot.
Hold up. People always told me about the brown recluse spider. If that joint is F tier, I don't even want to know about the rest of these, okay? Because everybody was telling me, watch out for the recluse spider. Oh, here we go. Hey, look.
Only one thing. Human support mains and data miners now believe that the necrosis is not caused by the spider's bite, but is actually the result of a MRSA infection caused by a particularly nasty clan of Staphylococcus aureus. This type of infection can be caused by any puncture wound, not just a spider bite, but spider bites are the most common misdiagnosis. Recluse spiders already have low stats, so take away this rumor that's been keeping them relevant and suddenly you realize how bottom tier they are. Second from the bottom is the Black Widow, a build which relies...
Boy, ain't no way. Them the 2 spiders that people always told me about. The Black Widow, all right? If that bites you, it's over with. And I've been lied to my whole life. You mean to tell me there's more powerful? I'm not ready, bro.
Relies far too heavily on its reputation, and just like the brown recluse, can't actually back it up. The Widow's bite is potent for sure, but not even close to the game-ending power rumor says it has. Of the thousands of bites on humans each year, less than 1% result in the target's demise, and they usually only do because the target already had low health. Both of these spiders also employ camping as their main method of getting kills on other lightweight players, and while this is a legitimate strategy, spiders have access to far more effective methods. But if you're gonna camp, you might as well do it right. The key to optimizing your camping game is to maximize the area you can control from safety. In short, the bigger your web is, the easier it is to score free kills.
Okay.
The bark spider takes this to the extreme and creates a web spanning an entire river. This allows it to capture targets that normally keep their distance from the typical trap locations, like the elusive dragonfly. While this is all impressive, it takes a huge time and resource investment to set up, and is easily erased by anyone who notices what you're up to, which locks this spider in D tier. Along a similar vein, social spiders can also construct giant webs to control large sections of the map.
That's crazy.
Compared to the bark spider, social spiders expend less individual effort and construct a sturdier base. But the division of loot arguably outweighs this factor, and combined with the fact that they have to deal with thieves and freeloaders, I'd say that they're on the same level as the solo builders.
Okay.
They don't function as a cohesive unit, like you social insects, nor do they function as team players that play off of each other's strengths, like pack hunters do. It's more of a mob strategy. Anyways, while it may not be quite as impressive, there are much safer and less tedious camping strategies in the next tier.
The tarantula gotta be like A tier, right?
The trapdoor spider maximizes safety by hiding completely out of sight and using an alarm system to indicate the opportune moment to strike. The safety comes at a cost though, as these players are much more vulnerable to environmental hazards such as flooding, frost, and whatever else the overworld throws at them. Another solid camping strategy was found by the ogre, and whatever else the overworld throws at them.
Bruh, cuz pulled the whole spider out.
Another solid camping strategy was found by the ogre spider players. Instead of hoping targets walk into their trap, ogre spiders fashion the webs into nets, which they cast directly onto anything that gets too close. They've got incredibly powerful vision at night, but because arachnids haven't spec'd into the iris ability, they can't turn this ability off, and as a result, they actually take solar damage every single day, destroying part of their retina.
That's crazy.
Luckily, they do have a passive regeneration ability that heals this in time to be ready again the next night, but still, pretty huge drawback to go blind every morning.
Spiders got regeneration.
All this balances out to stick these two spiders in C
we gotta
tier.
get them out of here, bro.
As we move up the tier list, we move away from spiders.
Bro, imagine if spiders develop the regeneration of starfish, and you kill a spider, right? And his leg is still on the wall. You take the rest of the body, you throw it away. You know what I'm saying? You wake up the next morning, and the spider is growing from the leg that is still implanted in the wall. We can't have that. We got to get rid of spiders right now.
Spiders that rely on camping and towards the more bold players. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a spider more bold than the water spider, which, instead of using its web as a trap, it uses as an air canister and goes scuba diving. This is extremely risky because of how easy it can be for players in higher weight classes to take them out, but the spiders make it work. Their bravery rewards them with the chance to catch minnows, which are worth a lot of XP for such a small hunter. Also in B tier, we've got another spider which uses its web in an interesting way, as a ranged mobility debuff. The spitting spider can launch sticky webs at high speed. This is particularly useful for dealing with more mobile builds when you don't want to just camp. This move is powerful if your opponent isn't expecting it, but since it has a lot of end lag, if your opponent evades it, they'll get a free punish. This move is good, but there are other builds which use it more effectively, such as the Velvet Worm, which has much more range. At the bottom of A tier, we've got a powerful all-rounder build with a solid offense and defense, the Tarantula. While
I told y'all, Tarantula gotta be A tier, bruh.
It doesn't spec into the absurdly strong venom some other spider players do, it gets by just fine with brute force alone, instead opting for more damaging fangs and larger size. This allows it to win some matchups that are normally unfavorable for spiders, such as those with thick armor or fur that's difficult to bite through unless you've got longer fangs. It also has the ability to throw hundreds of little quills from its back, which can blind aggressors and allow for an easy escape. It can only be used a few times before it has to recharge, however. All this together gives the Tarantula players a great all-rounder build with only a few bad matchups like the Tarantula Hawk Wasp.
The what? The what?
All-rounder build with only a few bad matchups like the Tarantula Hawk Wasp. On the
Fam said the Tarantula Hawk Wasp. Streets is dead.
The opposite end of the spectrum from this slow giant is the most mobile spider in the game, the jumping spider. This build trades damage and defense for extremely high mobility and supreme accuracy. Obviously, this is one of the more skill-intensive arthropods, since timing jumps and landing pounce attacks is difficult. But with some practice, you can outmaneuver almost any other lightweight build and score critical hits on enemies that are normally well defended. This makes the jumping spider a great anti-camper class. Now, I don't think there are really any spiders deserving of S tier. None dominate the meta or are so oppressive that other builds get invalidated.
I love it.
But
I love it.
there certainly are a few that come close. So in A+ tier, we've got 2 spiders who genuinely live up to their reputation as nightmares.
Let's see.
One is the Sydney funnel web spider. This build is basically what you get when you take a tarantula and optimize it for the glass cannon archetype. It doesn't have the defensive hairstorm ability.
I need y'all to look at this right here, okay? Ain't no way a spider's power stat should be no 80, bruh. There is no way. Bruh, I ain't even never heard of this thing. It better not be in America. And if it is in America, wherever it lives, I'm going to let it live there, and I ain't going nowhere close, all right?
Like the tarantula does. But most funnel web players tend to subscribe to the best defense is an overwhelming offense strategy. This is highlighted by the fact that they tend to deliver several bites when threatened, instead of just biting once and trying to flee. The second is the Brazilian wandering spider, which has the most potent venom of all spiders.
Jesus.
This spider is even more aggressive than the funnel web spider, and tends to eject more venom in a single bite than any other spider. Those 2 traits combined let this spider one-shot essentially anything, from mid-tiers like lizards to top tiers like apes. Well, we've made it. Thanks for watching. And be sure to leave a video suggestion in the comments. I've gotten some great ideas that I just can't wait to cover. If you thought this video was great, be sure to go back and watch my other video about fanged nightmare builds, the snakes. And if you're interested in joining my Discord server or gaming with me, head on over to patreon.com/tierzu to find out more.
I'm going to let him
and
get
don't
his
forget,
plugs
subscribe so you don't miss the next
and then
video.
we're going to get into that last little, you know what I'm saying, thing my man said. He said they can one-shot an ape. Yeah, spiders got to go, bro. Actually, I'm not going to say all insects, bro. Because we watched the Fanatic video, 15 most, you know what I'm saying, crazy insect battles caught on camera. Imagine if, you know what I'm saying, insects get giant. They're going to be scarier than everything else. Imagine a spider the size of us. I'm good. I see horses my size, bigger. I see all types of animals my size, bigger. And I'm like, you know what? We could deal with that if we needed to. Now, if a spider get that big, I'm actually real good on that, all right? As soon as like scientists say, hey, in the next 5 years, spiders can become 8 foot tall. Jesus. Answer the door, bro. I'm coming in. But listen, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this down below. I'm actually upset about the recluse and the black widow spider. Because people used to tell so many urban legends about those when I was young. They was like, yeah, you get bit by that, you going to die in 12 seconds. And I was scared my whole life. I thought every spider was a black widow spider. Come to find out, them joints not even dangerous. They F tier. I'm upset. 50,000 on my head is disrespect. Listen, y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. And until next time, we out of here.